We're live on the inner tubes.
Cool.
Well, we've got 2 cameras again. Look at that. They can see the rat's nest of wires that's now in the.
And we're back.
Department.
Yes.
Listen to it. Make sure we got audio.
It's about as raw as it gets, folks.
Yep, we got audio. We still got a camera over here. Alright.
We are still sorting out the wiring in this thing, and it's getting closer slowly. I'm starting to bundle things kind of where they go, their general location, using zip ties to kind of like get it where it needs to be, which is fine.
Mostly just doing mock-up work right now.
Yep. All right, so I got these. This is the MAT and the MAP sensor right here. And these, what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll make these do a stop here. And I'll solder them. Because I need to bring it, I got to have a common. I need this power. So this is where I got to start figuring out, because some are 2-wire sensors or some are 3. Some need voltage, some need common, some need both. This should be sufficient for this color coaching. This should be right-ish.
Hope so.
So the MAP sensor
For the plugs.
and the TPS sensor
Box.
need 5-volt reference. TPS needs sensor ground. So what does the MAT need? MAT needs ground and the sensor wire. So the MAT only needs ground. The MAP needs ground and power. I mean, it's not, I understand it. It's very simple, actually. It's not bad.
It's just tedious.
It's just tedious.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay, maybe I can clean up some of this. So I got those where they need to be. I got these where they need to be. This is all for IAC, TPS, MAP, and MAT. The injectors, I think I have all the wires here that I need, so I can actually get going on that.
We got the injector commons. That's the thing that's going to be the most annoying. One of the things that's going to be the most annoying.
Yep. What I'd like to do is I'm going to throw some zip ties on this to give it some structure, some order. And the harness will just go over them.
Get my jacket.
Yeah, it's
chilly today.
It's chilly today.
Right back. I'll get my jacket.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll get it all laid out and zip tie it in places to kind of give it some structure, and then we'll put the loom around it.
is?
Everything. It's already done. Running. Set to go. Keep my mess somewhat organized. Got plenty of red wire there if you need it. Not the red wire, the blue wire. Blue wire, blue wire. Alright,
What if I told you that was actually green wire?
you would be lying.
I would be. But you wouldn't know.
I would. Red, I tend to know. I might actually, because we're going to be doing a marathon on this, I may bring my soldering station and set it up on the car.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I have them every once in a while. It's 20.
To buy a good soldering station.
I've got a pretty good one these days. I've got a nice Weller.
Yeah, I have a Weller. It's old. I don't think it. I left it on overnight one night, and I think I burned up the potentiometer in it. Because if I put it to full temp,
Yeah,
it won't. It doesn't do anything.
doesn't go to full temp.
No, it just like. I don't think there's anything in the potentiometer anymore to make a electrical connection. I mean, I could fix it, I guess. Replace the potentiometer. I don't know. I've kind of been thinking about getting one that's got a hot air rework station too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. How often am I gonna need it? Not very. No. In fact, I don't even have a reason to have a hot air rework station right now. Me buying tools that I don't actually need.
You need tools. Everybody needs tools.
Yeah, but I have a soldering iron, a soldering gun. I have that Dremel butane soldering iron that you got for my birthday one year.
Oh yeah, those things are handy.
Yeah, I have. I got enough stuff to solder with. I don't really need another
Those things
solder.
are really handy, actually. I need to get some heat shrink tubing and solder and get the soldering station out of here. Professional tubing as well.
3-1. But they didn't have the in it.
Yes, that has to give it too.
I don't need it.
Yep.
It
It yields it really well.
You don't have to worry about that sliding around.
Right. Turning the car into a soldering station. You do what you gotta do. That's all I have to say about that.
You want like the size?
Maybe even bigger. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna take a look at it in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Get my extension cord.
Started doing the new electricians tying, where you coil them like normal, and then you take the loop end and you kind of pass it through, like you bring it in to a bundle, and then you wrap it around itself and bring the end through the middle. That's kind of a way of winding. It's worked really well.
Let me see what size you got there. Bigger.
Bigger?
Yep.
That's this one. So it's either. I think these are all the same size. So this one.
Not big enough. I might have to get in my other. I have another stash.
As big as you got.
I've got a stash of bigger stuff.
Get this kit. Anyway.
This is going to be pretty sizable.
Just hopefully it gets down small enough.
Right. That might work.
Yeah, I think
it might.
Work.
Let me try it.
Careful. I mean, that bigger stuff, it's cool, but I don't know how well it would hold it. Remain in place. Twisty McTwist, son?
Except I gotta get them even. It's weird because I cut them all at the same time. Why are they not even?
Yeah.
Close, but not 100%. We're going to put these together. And I'm going to come around it. Yeah, looking at it, it might just be large enough.
I actually got these really cool, Gary and I found them, heat shrink tubing.
Yeah.
It's got a little dab of sealant in it, but it's also right in the middle. It's got a little dab of solder.
Yeah, I've seen those. You heat
you
them
just
and
heat it with the heat gun, and it
Yeah.
solders the wires for you. We
Yep.
actually used that for our Christmas light, our permanent Christmas light stuff. Actually, they're really neat.
I should have been a bigger tip on the soldering iron. But this is the largest, one of the largest connections that there is. There's not that many that are this big.
Yeah, the only other one's gonna be the ground one.
Right.
I guess if you're gonna have another common power one, you are.
Yeah, that I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that because some of those I can daisy chain. I'm looking at it now, like the MAP and the MAT. At least the ground for that can daisy chain.
Right.
But the MAP is the only one that needs the MAP and the TPS both need power. So I gotta figure out how I'm going to do that.
You can't really daisy chain power.
It would help if I brought the solder over now.
Oh yeah, that would have been smart.
I've got great solder, wonderful quality stuff. Now
You don't hear any engine noises? Yeah.
Who said that?
I think it was John.
Vroom, 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 vroom. Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, exactly. It's in quiet mode.
This is going to take a lot of heat. There it goes.
Get needles around here somewhere?
Yeah, they're next to me, I think.
Under you.
Are they?
Maybe. Oh, I found them.
That's a good connection.
It fits.
We've made our first connection. One of many.
Only 9,999 to go.
Yeah, exactly. Wonder if I can run the gun and the
That's like a
soldering
dead
iron.
miss.
What?
This is, yeah, it sounds like a dead miss.
Yep.
Heat it till the glue comes out.
Yep. All right. We'll do each individual injector now. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Once this is loomed in, this will be halfway decent.
Only they color coordinated. I don't know why they did. It's such a low hanging fruit.
Two different engineers, two different departments, two different people working on it, two different points in time.
It's such low hanging fruit. It'd be so easy to do and make life so much easier.
It's really easy when it's lines on a paper to say, we don't need to do that. You're out in the field and you
just take someone 2 minutes to think about it.
Yeah.
That's it. It wouldn't even cost any extra because it's the same color. Like you've already got the supply of the wire color. Like I don't. Anyway.
Yep.
Enough griping.
So this is number 1, so that should go to injector A, I suppose. I mean, what does the schematic say? You know, I get can't really
get you that. I don't know if it gets you.
Oh,
that information.
That's in here.
I would assume A would be 1. But you know what they say about assuming.
Makes an ass out of you and me. Okay. I mean, injector A has got to be cylinder 1.
Okay. Go to fuel injector outputs. A goes to cylinder number 1, B goes to cylinder number 2, etc.
Okay. So I assumed right.
You did assume correct.
You chose wisely. He chose wisely.
Which reminds me of, which reminds me of the meme picture where there's a picture of a vegetable tray, and then there's a picture of a donut box. Or they're not, it's in the same picture, they're just sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
And then there's another picture right after it with the picture of the donut box open, and on the top of the box it says you chose poorly.
Yeah.
And there's another vegetable tray inside the box. There's no donuts.
No. You got some tiny heat shrink tube over there?
I've got some somewhat small.
The smallest that's in there. The smallest that's in there should be good.
You need to put this on first.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure I get the right length here. It's probably close enough. Okay. That is helpful having you.
Oh, I know. Gonna help closer.
Okay. Fine. Perfect. Get that you need to flatten this just a little bit. I can just shrink them all at once, I guess.
Yeah, may as well.
Yep. Okay. Injector 1. Injector 2 is blue. How about that?
guess they should have made injector 1. I don't know. I can't think of a color that starts with A off the top of my head right now.
B. Inject it.
Oh,
Inject the B.
It's only blue on that one. Because it's what, white here?
It's blue to white. I mean, none of the colors here are gonna make sense, you know.
Likely, once we land it, you won't see it.
Me favor next. As soon as I get done with this, I gotta do something. She's a computer on the car. All right. 2 is blue.
Oh, plug in her car.
No, she wants her computer.
Wire 2?
What? Yeah, I will in just a second. White's got to go to there, so.
Oh.
What?
I was confused.
You don't know.
I don't know why my brain thought you only needed to cut 1 wire. So the fact that you started cutting a second wire completely confused me for a minute there.
Whoops. Just dropped. Spoil went, but all right. This is tedious. I mean, to sit here and do every single one of these connections and solder each individual one takes freaking dedication. And yeah, I could use some butt splices and it would be fine, but we don't do shitty work here.
We don't do fine.
Yeah, we don't do fine. We do
good.
We do better. We do better.
Dad and I were working on his truck. We did use butt splices, but we used butt splices that were crimp and then meant to be soldered afterwards.
Yeah.
So it has the same effect of being soldered, but it was a little easier to start.
Right.
Although extra work because you got to crimp it and then solder it.
Where's cylinder 3? What is that? Is this cylinder 3? This is 3. It's interesting. So, yeah, cylinder 3 is actually.
Cylinder 3 is gray.
I want to
Not
pair.
convenient.
I want to pair that off so that it's cleaner. Hopefully all these little zip ties fit inside of the thing when I'm done. Okay, so this is cylinder 3. Cylinder 3 goes to C, right?
That's how the alphabet works.
You are battleship.
Man, I'm so glad that those wires are labeled.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing this without labeled wires?
Whatever would I do without these wires being labeled? But I can still move those. This is 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is C. Yep.
Apparently crimps are preferred over just solder. Who wouldn't know?
I disagree. Everybody says that. Solder is a really solid connection. And I've never understood that, and the answers that people have given me, I don't agree with.
I would think that solder would be better because you're
Was that John that said that?
I think so.
I disagree, John. Solder is a nice, solid connection, and if you get it done right, it won't oxidize.
that, and it's not. It's like melted together. It's not just kind of pressed together in a tight, crimp.
Yeah.
Crimps. I mean, a crimp is just you're really just holding on with friction.
I'm gonna have to hit some of these with the heat gun in a second. They're getting too swirly. Yeah, nice that thing needs that. How quick it's soldering. It's a good soldering iron. I spent some decent money on it.
Crimp is stronger than the wire itself. Wire will yield to the crimp rate.
Solder provides a much better connection.
It does make the wire thicker in that one spot. It's just that one spot. The wire can still break and I mean, I guess if you were in a spot where it was moving a lot, where the wire was bending, where it might yield and break,
right?
Then that would make sense to use a crimp. But in just a middle of a wire, I don't think that's gonna make that much of a difference.
Right. All right, cylinder 4.
Standards are standards, yeah. Engineers dance their own tunes.
Hey, I help write standards, okay? I'm part of that standard writing group. What do I want? D? A, B, C, D.
Standards are only as good as if you listen to them.
Okay, do you disagree with me soldering these connections? I want to know the answer to that.
It says you can do either, but crimp is preferred for Boeing and Airbus.
What do those guys know? I need another one of those small shrink tubes.
Yep.
Thanks. One does 3 of them, so that's perfect. Just cut it in thirds.
You don't have 8. I mean, go ahead, cut it.
Oh man, the weather here is so nice. It's gonna be so cold in Atlanta. Atlanta. Not Atlanta. Can't say that. It's
Since if you had ray cams, you'd be done by now. Just gotta get you some.
Tell him he should have brought them when he was here.
I think you just did. I don't have to.
What's that?
I said I think you just did.
Oh, well, yeah. You know what I mean. Thank you.
I'll be your helping hand.
It does help a lot. Soldered. Badass. It's soldered. It's the best. Okay, so that's 4. What's next? Cylinder 5. I'm going to bring them back like this.
LinkedIn for telling me I was appeared at 36 searches this week.
That's like me. I get those all the time.
I don't mind it when recruiters reach out to me. I get hit up a lot these days. Probably because I'm a senior software engineer now.
Probably.
They're a lot harder to come by.
ABCDE.
What's really fun is the ones that send me emails to my work email. I love those.
Oh yeah, I get those too.
It's like, you really, I can't really respond to you in my work email.
Right.
Sounds like it might be rainy and 49 degrees there in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. I learned that from him the other day. It's not Atlanta, it's Atlanta.
Sounds like they don't use, what I heard, they don't use T's there.
They don't use T's. Yeah.
John says, I trust your solder joints. It's just too easy to screw them up.
Oh.
Our crimpers are on calibration cycles.
Of course they are. Everything in the frickin' aerospace world is on calibration cycles. Duh.
Anyone ever thought about getting crimpers calibrated?
Sure. Torque wrenches, crimpers, accelerometers, you name it.
Well, yeah, all that stuff makes sense. Everything else you said except crimpers.
And crimpers, it's got a tolerance. It's got to be calibrated.
I just never thought of it.
That's how they prevent accidents. One more, huh?
Uno mas.
Yeah, I much prefer this over putting that stupid connector in here and all that crap. That would have been not cool.
I don't know what that gains you, honestly.
It doesn't. I know why they did it.
I mean, the only thing it's going to gain you is actually nothing.
Well, you know why they did it, right?
Nope.
Because you can get different injector harnesses that are pre-fit to an engine. So they use the same main harness, and then they, yeah. Ugh.
Can't over or under crimp. It's critical. Class 3 wiring standard must be fault-free for 30 years. 30 years is a long time.
He's right, though.
Oh, nothing.
30 years fault-free. We go by 20. Everything we do is 20 years. So aerospace, it makes sense. 30 years, right?
Sure. Like I said, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I just never thought about it. One of those tools that doesn't... I don't know. I guess I'm used to, when you talk about calibrating tools, I'm used to thinking of measuring equipment.
Right. Yeah, your meters, all that stuff's all got to be, calibrated at the right frequency.
I'm just thinking, you know, my dad has to get his calipers and micrometers and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's an ISO 9000 shop, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, same thing.
Yeah, that's another crazy thing.
Yep.
Everything's got to be labeled. That's...
Of course.
It makes sense.
This is how they prevent accidents, right?
Yep. That's what happens when you want to make parts for the airplane. I wonder if he still makes any parts for commercial airplanes. I know for a while he was making some seat clamps of some sort. Some weird bracket thing. He's making those for years. I don't know if he still does. I know he still makes parts for some military planes.
That's cool.
Yeah, he makes there's this one part that's this like really it's really thin, but it's at like a 5-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit more than 5 degrees. And he's pretty much the only one that can make them because he figured out how to make them cheap. Everybody else is really expensive, so
Cheap is good. We like cheap.
He's pretty much guaranteed to be the only one that ever makes those.
Right.
Reg, you need to go help her.
Yeah, I will in a minute. Scotland. Okay.
Injectors complete.
Well, yeah, and then I gotta figure out how I've got to put like a small loom on each one. I'll have to put a big loom on here. So it's getting bundled. I'm not gonna put the loom on it though till I understand what it needs to look like. What's next? These sensors maybe?
Yeah.
Give the soldering iron a break. Use the small stuff for, maybe I can do this. Maybe I'll do that now.
We're basically done with that
Yeah,
section.
I can seal that up actually. These.
Small stuff, right?
Yeah, John, you missed out. Took Dan to Tito's Tacos. I realized I should have taken you there. Small one.
You might need to have to.
This will be good for the injectors.
Yeah, just the individual injectors. Can't really see more looking. Next time. Yep. That's yeah.
Yep. Definitely next time, because John's going to come back. Because John's going to have to come back. Because I'm not going to be able to finish this.
The only problem is you either have to go really early to Tito's or kind of late, because if you try to go during lunchtime,
Oh yeah, it's insane.
whew, they are really busy.
I don't have the right tool for this, so this sucks. This is like a total. Gotta put this in here by hand, and it sucks.
I have some tools.
This thing that puts the
Yeah.
that slides through.
What's the?
Yeah, it splits it.
Yep. He has the tool. I don't think he's used the tool. This,
I should buy one. You know, it's one of those things.
They're not that expensive.
The smaller ones are almost harder, to be quite honest. They're a pain. Save my back. Spot the legs. This stuff's harder to work with than nylon braid. It's too bad. But this stuff looks nicer.
Yeah, I always loved the woven loom.
Yeah, the
It looks
woven
so
stuff
better.
is really nice. That's why I bought it. But it's definitely, I'm noticing, it's definitely harder to work with. But that is going to look nice. Listen to the wind blow. Because that's exactly what it's doing.
It's making it a little chilly.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be... That's going to be slick. Yeah. I might take some of the zip ties off, though, because... this is going to take so freaking long. You don't love me now. You never love me again.
Well, we can always loom later, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could. I'm kind of torn on what I should be doing right now. I need to do it all. So.
I mean, it just depends on what you want to prioritize. Do you want to prioritize getting it running first?
I'm not going to get it running.
I know we're not saying we're getting it running today.
No. I'm saying I'm going to loom it and everything before we run it. I mean, I got to do it right.
Yeah, that's not how my dad does it. Every time we wanted to work on that truck, he just wanted to hear that thing run. Every single time. Like, we do one wire, he's like, can we start it now? Like, no, we have the battery disconnected. Mm-hmm. We have to reconnect the battery and then disconnect it again. John says, loom last, man, get it functional, in case you gotta troubleshoot.
He's right. I know. I had that in the back of my head. I just assume I'm going to have it right. Okay, let's get the connections going for this shit thing. It's just a sample loom. I just want to see what it'll look like. Okay?
Yeah.
It's going to look nice. Look at that. It's pretty. It's pretty. All right. So the IAC can be pinned. It's 3 out of these 4, or the IAC is 4 out of these 5 wires. So which one is the TPS? This one. Tear that off over there so I know where that goes.
TPS.
So the IAC I can actually pin now. I can.
Did you bring crimpers?
Yeah, they're we're gonna pin the first connection. So yep, those are them. So there should be seals and pins and yep. This looks like it.
So you need TPS?
Eventually.
Not MAP or yes.
Eventually, but not right now. TPS and IAC only right now.
But I know eventually we'll need all of them. It's just.
I'm gonna cut the IAC here. That's the gate.
Gate not closed?
It's not latched. Well, let's see if I can remember how to do these and not screw them up. You have to strip just a little bit off of them, and then I got to figure out the order, which I should be able to. I can see the. But the cool thing is, you can crimp them all and then figure out the order, and then you just lock them into the the housing.
Yep. Of course, the only problem is we're looking at this. Don't know.
Double check it on the computer one. it should be the same. I can't imagine it's different.
But because if the pinout's different,
the pinout shouldn't be different.
B1, B9, B8, B2. B1, B9, B8, B2. No, it's the same.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Let me get the stuff crimped on here. I need the seals and the. I actually should have put the seals on before I stripped it, but that's fine. Yep. I love how they give you 4. Yeah. So if you screw up, you're screwed.
Why not? IAC has 4.
I know. But if you screw up.
Oh, I see.
If you screw up, you're
If I
totally
listened to the whole
screwed.
rest of your statement, I would make sense. Okay. Well, did you need to go do something?
I'll do it in a second.
Huh?
Sure. Tiny little buggers.
Clean up my sleeve.
Yeah, strip them first. Amateur hour. Amateur hour, I tell you.
At least these are the bigger ones. The ones I was using some JST connector stuff the other day.
Maybe you are supposed to strip them first. The way that these are going on here, it's almost like they're meant to be stripped.
Shit.
John's probably yelling at me. Actually, maybe not. Because
No, he hasn't said anything.
he's probably getting on a plane.
Last thing he said was, he added one more comment about looming. After he said, in case you have to troubleshoot, he says, then you don't have to remove loom.
Yeah.
Done that.
Yeah. I guess I have to clip these off of here.
Maybe.
They don't break. They're not scored, and it's bending the whole thing. So a weird way to do it, but whatever. Let's do the first one here. Oh yeah, I stripped them just the right amount. $20 to $18 and
Of course they get stripped. I haven't seen any that appeared. Oh, no, he's just talking about stripping before he puts the little boot on there.
Yeah, I'm talking about stripping before you put the boot on.
Not that we don't strip the wire. Obviously, we strip the wire.
Yeah, of course. Not that dumb. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Success on the first one. No, you have to do each one, unfortunately.
Yeah. He says, "Oh yeah, yeah." He said, "Oh yeah, easier that way."
Easier to strip it first.
I guess so. Definitely seemed to be that way.
This is another freaking Holly screw up. Since when do they give you pins that are on a strip? You freaking cut them off with a gender neutral cutter thingy, whatever, majiggy.
I mean, if you're gonna like gender neutral is harder to say than diagonal at this point.
I'm trying to be PC, man.
Yeah, but it's not the diagonal part that's the problem.
I'm on social media. I have to be liberal, okay? That's a rule.
Noon strip? Does that mean not non-stripped? I'm not sure. Then you don't fight the strands? I mean, it's true. Mostly understand that.
All right. It's doing okay so far. I'm finding that doing the seal first is easier. All right, now the order.
Yep. Based on the picture, it seems like it's oriented this way. Because I don't see the clip.
Well, it's showing you. Okay.
Yeah, so I assume it goes
D. Oh yeah, so not showing me the clip. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep, that's correct.
is that?
Yes, that's correct. That's the clip. This is the non-clip side.
You sure? Because if you take this and you rotate it like this, then it seems like it's facing the right direction.
Yeah, D, C, B, and A. It's backwards when you do that.
It's at the top. It's still at the top.
No. What?
If you
Oh,
rotate,
is this the other side?
it looks like they're rotating this like this. Drawings.
Why is this backwards then? You're right, that would still be A.
I guess that means we need to put them in this way, and then we'll go D, C, B, A. What?
Oh, fuck you, Holly. Ugh. Jeez, why can't you just have a freaking number on the back of the shell? Oh, well, here it is. It says A and D. They do have it on the back. These are real Delphi connectors they gave us. So this is A and this is D. Done deal.
Okay. Well, that was all.
So A would be at the top.
A is
Yes.
B1.
Yep, A is, yeah, okay. So B1.
B1.
Okay. I'll just make sure I got B1 there. They had to use real Delphi connectors, then this would be a problem. This is B1, and you said that's A.
A. Correct.
Fuck, I can't see. Okay. All right. What's
B9 is B.
B9 is B? B. Okay.
B8 is C. I'm really glad I put those pin-out numbers on those wires.
Yeah, me too. When John and I started talking about that earlier, we were like, you know what?
And that's,
These pins, they're going to be
that's
really
B2,
important.
correct?
Better be. Yep, sure is. Okay, and I just need the retainer.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, IAC. Back.
Voila! Okay. Ah! Like in the Addams Family.
Got 3 wires for the TPS.
Yep. So that should be pretty easy. Now that, I don't have the wire numbers on here because one's got to be positive, one's got to be negative, and then one's a sensor wire. So I got the one with the red stripe. That's a red stripe, right?
It looks like a red stripe.
Okay, the one with the red stripe is going to be the 5-volt plus, so we got to remember that later.
They don't have a. Why didn't?
Wait, what?
Why don't they have the pin number on there?
There's no pin number. There's one common
Oh.
positive and one common.
And this is different than that one.
No, it's not.
Well, why does it say A26, A18, and A5? Oh, but A26
Is
shared.
common. It's shared. A26, A26, A26. So we have a whole bunch of A26s. So theoretically, we could just make a bunch of A26 labels, Dan, and put them.
I can do that.
But you're going to run out real quick.
I mean, how many do we need?
We need A26, and what's the other one? So A26 is the common positive or negative? Actually, what I'd like you to do is put like A26 minus or plus or whatever it is. What's A26? A26 is a 5-volt, so it'd be A26 plus.
Why is
And it'd be
Oh, because there's still one wire. It's just we're splitting this off.
we have to split off the common, the 5-volt. No, the TPS has 3 wires.
Right. But I'm saying that these are common. So there is a wire, but we need to split
Yes,
off.
we have to split it off a bunch of times. Yep.
Okay, and then what was the other one?
I know, John. It's like watching a monkey screw a football.
A5. A26 plus A18 minus
Is A18 common?
the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do it that way. Yeah.
What I can do is I can we could take does that power? Ah, it does. I could make it so that the label like do A26 plus a few spaces, A18 minus, and then we could just cut the piece of tubing in
Yeah, you want
half.
to see how that works out?
It would be less waste.
Right. That's the thing is the waste.
No, capital letters, please.
In the meantime, I'm gonna pin this TPS
Okay.
because that is pretty easy.
The connector's over there.
Oh, it is.
Yep, I already grabbed it.
Thank you.
A26.
I do have to say they gave they gave us genuine Delphi connectors. I guess that's actually really cool.
1, 2,
There's a grommet missing.
3.
Oh, there it is.
A18. Oop, no. Let's see what this does. I guess I could put more space on this one. Huh?
No, that's perfect. That's the perfect amount.
I cut.
So can I put those on here before I do it?
See why not?
I'm just gonna cut. I'm not gonna leave it that long. I'll try to take some of it off. Okay, so the white I'm gonna use as the common.
They didn't come with those wires?
Mm-mm. No, that's the problem. They don't give you all the wires, so that you have to like come up with this. You have to pretty much do this.
I don't know where those wires came from.
Oh, we just took them out of the bundle and made them.
Oh.
And they go there. We have to tie it in eventually to A26 and A18.
See.
Yeah. That's what you probably missed that earlier.
Yeah, you guys were working on that. That's why I was confused.
At least they're marked now, though, so we know what they are. Because I'm not going to remember this. I can't remember.
Dale says, a project like this builds character and tries your patience.
Yeah.
And then this woman named Cindy, I don't know who she is. She says, "Hey, little brother."
Hey, Sandy. Hi, Sandy. This is my nightmare. Do-ah. I'm the one that put myself through this. I had a perfectly working car, and then I decided to make it not work.
That's how this works. I see.
These are called MPFI connectors. They're the smaller, they're the little brother of the.
I like that these are labeled 1, 2, 3. But on the diagram, that's A, B, and C.
Okay, well, I'm going to assume 1 is A.
And
And you should be able to line it up like we did before, right?
Yeah.
Since we know the direction.
shit.
What?
We do that one right?
Why? I can always unpin it. I have.
No. We win in A, B, C, or A, B, C.
Yeah,
D.
we did.
Okay.
I was going to say, I don't know how we can screw it up because.
Because I was looking at the diagram and it's backwards. But we went what said on the connector A to A. Okay. Just a small panic attack.
It doesn't matter if we can read. They can be unpinned very easily. Crimping it and getting it in the right location is most important. They can be depinned and moved. Like, it's pretty short order.
Giving myself a heart attack. That's all.
I'm your nightmare and I'm coming true. All I want is to be inside of you.
Guess I could try to frame you a little bit better. Just barely see your hands.
This, you can say you could do this out of the car, but you can't. You don't know. I guess if you took really detailed measurements, you could, but not really. All right, so what am I got 1, 2, and 3. What are my, I'm guessing that, well, I don't know.
A is TPS. A is A26.
Pause. Okay, yeah, A26 pause. Okay, yeah, and that's A, you said.
That is A.
Which is number 1.
Top closest to me, I believe.
Yep. Correct.
And then B is A18, so positive and negative basically next to each other, and then sensor underneath.
Got it.
I'm on it.
Thank you. Ciao. You two could look like me. Ciao. All right, well, we left it a little long, but that's okay. it actually go back down. Okay, that's done. Now we're done. Map and mat.
Okay.
Map and mat.
Map and mat. It's also gonna require extra cables.
Yeah, I have to cut these off, and actually, I need to divert. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to daisy chain some of them.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing them to a star, I'm just going to, because it only makes sense to do it that way. The map needs both. The mat needs only negative, I think.
Map? Yeah.
The mat needs A and B is...
Oh, that's
not
annoying.
Yeah, they didn't do the same thing they did down here.
Yeah, that's super annoying.
So B goes to A18.
Okay, that's the negative.
That's a negative. Yep. Which makes sense. It's a ground sensor input.
Yeah, that's annoying. Why couldn't they continue that?
I don't know!
God, that's terrible. Why?
Maybe it's on this one that way. Because they don't know how to draw freaking schematics.
No, it's the same. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
God, why? Why do you gotta make this hard? You were doing good. You were doing good. It was easy. They were
up
right there.
and then you yeah.
And then you fucked it up.
And you fucked it up, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some soldering and some stuff to get this connected. Get all connected.
Let's see. I'll look at
The map.
how many 826s do we have? Oh, I can't.
This goes to map. This goes to map.
One. Looks like there's only 3 things to go to 826. No, I'm a liar. 4. I was counting the intersection points, not, well, I counted the first intersection point. Wait. No, there's only 3.
What?
No, yeah, there's 3 split offs.
Oh, there's only 3? Really?
There's 3 connectors that connect to 826. It's the...
I need a water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep. Right here. Would they be helpful and then not be helpful?
If I clean up just a tiny bit every time I walk by, it gets marginally better. Okay. I have to make these split offs now. And I can't just, because they're crimped, I'm going to have to make a 3-way junction. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
This is making my eyes bleed just thinking about this.
Once we do the mat and the map, I think we're done with 826.
Really? Yeah, I guess the CTS and the knock. You're right. Okay, so let me get through this. I'll get through this piece.
We can do those 3. At least get those. Well, kind of. We need the A18 for the map. We don't need that for the map.
Right. Mat only needs ground. Map needs both.
Why could you do that? Okay, we need so many A18s.
Really?
Well, maybe.
That's a bunch of grounds.
Look at this. Look at this. Let's see if they did it here. Let's follow back A18. All right, we come here.
Yeah.
Why do we have both these lines? They go to the same place. They go. At least they only did that in seems like one spot.
Yeah, they screwed up. That's a screw up. Yeah, that's a screw up. You guys see this? Here. Look at it.
Let me switch cameras so you can do it.
Well, it's not going to be in focus.
Oh, that's true.
They got this TPS ground. A18 is the ground. It goes up here. It tags into the map ground twice. QC at its finest. Good job, Holly. That's excellent. Double grounds, because 2 is better than 1.
Don't count the lines, apparently, because then you'll get 1 too many.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so the map is this. So I just need to do this once. And clip that there, splice it. Good. Peel away. Peel away. Okay.
Do I have a mark on this?
No. Go ahead. Yeah, up and if you look to the left of the scope there, see that bucket thing full of, yeah. This. That is awesome.
1, 2. Continue that. Apparently they ran out of space on paper. Three, 4, 5. Seven. Looks like we need 7 for A18.
That doesn't surprise me.
We need it for oil, fuel, CTS, knock, mat, and TPS. Of course, that assumes we need all those connectors.
You know, I could be a real shit about this too and just use crimp splices, but those things are absolutely god awful and you should never use them. And I will not do that here.
there any other shared? I mean, I guess they're like, let's look at the schematic and find out. That's interesting. The EGITX
Yeah.
doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's for digital dash. We're not going to use that.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere on the schematic.
Yeah, we're not going to use it.
Neither do the EST ones. They don't go anywhere on the schematic either.
Yeah, you have to look at the ignition schematic for that. That's why.
Oh. It's like 814. There's IPU ground. One, two, three, four.
Yeah, it's taking a little longer for stuff to get hot.
Are you? What are you doing? Dan?
What?
What are you doing right now?
Look at the map.
Okay.
I just split off the 24 or the 5-volt for the map. I've got to do the same thing for the ground.
I think I might have messed up when I said there was only 3 for that positive. I think there's 4.
Well, it's okay because I left it open to be added to.
Or maybe not. Wait, no. Ugh, this diagram sucks.
Like I've been saying all day.
I feel like they forgot a dot. There's an extra dot in the line. There's a dot that's missing. Three, 4. Yeah, it's 4 for A26.
Hard as a rock.
Yeah. I forgot a dot. Here, look. This thing comes down here. And it intersects the line here, but there's no dot.
Oh, they just didn't put a dot on it. Yeah. Amateur hour. Amateur hour. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Holly. I expected much more for the price. This is top shelf. I bought top shelf stuff for Holly, and it's really very frustrating. I mean, I'm hoping that the quality is okay, but man, this is ridiculous having
the
to.
documentation
The documentation is terrible. Just severe lack of freaking awesomeness.
Well, that and then you've got this. Should never ever do this. Like when you're doing a schematic, I mean, you should try to not have your wires cross over themselves.
Yeah.
So because it makes it confusing. At least if you're gonna do that, at least make sure you put dots where the connections actually are. Otherwise, you end up with this weird grid, and you gotta ignore it when you're reading it. Annoying.
Yeah, this whole thing leaves something to be desired, which is really very frustrating. But I understand why. I understand because Nobody probably ever uses this freaking thing. I bet you everybody buys the pre-made harness for their freaking VA or whatever, and it's not. I bet you nobody ever buys the unterminated harness kit.
A18, I think, is 7. A14 is A10. Oh, no. A10 gets split twice.
Don't breathe the smoke. It's definitely not good for you. Definitely not good for you.
It's not the ignition connection. It's for A14 wire. 3 A14 wire. 4 from
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter where they come from.
A14 is what now? Power. Oh, it's ground. IPU ground.
Yeah.
They sold us the prototype. It feels that way.
What's that?
Dale said they sold us the prototype. It feels that way.
Gail, you are correct. They sold us the prototype. But you see what I mean? I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is what you have to do this. You know, I had to splice in 2 wires because I got to have one for the map and one for the mat. And, you know, hopefully I made them long enough. But it's like, this is ridiculous what I'm having to do here.
Definitely feels that way. I mean, honestly, the product itself is good.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
I think the product is fine.
It's the
not
documentation that's definitely
It
lacking.
is not, yeah. Where's the map input? Here.
Any more labels?
I don't think so. I'm going to take this zip tie off, though it's not in a good spot. Put another one. Just want to put this on here first, and then I'll... loose, just keep it apart on me. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, where's the map sensor? Map sensor A23. Make this one long enough. Oh, it's okay. Just worry about the map sensor right now.
Put the connector on.
Yep. The map sensor goes here.
You're working on map sensor.
Yeah.
The key. guess it does. This has got 3 wires.
On first.
Actually, I meant before you strip them.
Oh no, no, it's actually okay to put them on. Okay. This one's a little bit harder to get to. Yep. This one uses more of a weather pack style. There. These are bigger.
Yeah, these are definitely bigger. Probably like this. How did you clip these off the last time? Well, maybe use smaller ones.
It's not easy. That's how. I didn't use smaller ones on it. Put them off. Just do one end, do the other end, and then do the middle.
That's fine. And if you want to like right up against the
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just making it more complicated than it needs to be.
I'm not surprised.
That's what I do. I'm good at it.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, label 2.
This is one hell of a job to do like this. Wow.
Uno, dos, tres.
Cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
I gotta get myself a pair of those.
These, I have a couple of these. This one's the nicer pair. I mean, obviously, if I gotta use it, right? Okay, I got it. B, C, B, and A.
Yep.
Okay, so what's C?
C is A26. So positive, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Double check.
C
C is positive.
all of that back. Yeah, +5.
Okay. What's negative?
Negative is A.
Sensor goes in the middle.
Seem that way. A23. Map sensor signal.
That's correct. That's the one I got. That then will hook up to here. with a silly converter that has to be, and that is not the right freaking thing. That does not match this. I bought the converter for this to match this, and it is not the same pinning.
They're an adapter.
This is the adapter, and it doesn't match. This is an old style map sensor, like an old GM style map sensor input. And this is the sexy sniper one that goes in the elbow, and this is a different, this is MetroPack, and this is WeatherPack. Crap. All right, well, that's a snag. That's going to keep us from running. I could, in the meantime, I can put the standard map sensor on to make it run, but this is annoying. I need to cut this off and put a 3-pin MetroPack on it. I might have one actually.
Just unpin it.
I think I have. You gotta unpin it. I gotta cut it off. It's a different pin.
Oh.
But I think I have 3-pin weather packs.
Lovely.
That is annoying, is what it is.
I just, thank you, Holly.
Holly sold me this shit. They sold me the right adapters, everything, and it doesn't freaking line up. I thought I have 3-pin. All right, well, they're not. You know what? I'll figure this out later. That's just one of those really annoying things. I have weather pack connectors. I just don't know where they are. I'll have to find them later. I don't know where they are, but that's annoying. The frickin' that's supposed to convert it. This must be a really old harness. This must be like, I don't know. That is freaking annoying though. I bought the converter so that I wouldn't run into this problem, and it's not even the right one. Okay, well I can do the manifold air temperature sensor.
Great. Oh, no, I need that stuff.
John leaves and the weather turns to shit.
Yeah. Great for him.
Yeah, it's beautiful the other day. Cold and windy.
Small.
Yeah, to the they're called MetroPack.
Weird square thing that has two tiny little.
Thing. Nothing is going to surprise me at this point with any of this stuff. Yeah, that's it.
I just wanted us to have a little extra work to verify that all the connectors we have are actually the right ones. Extending that one wire.
No, it'll be long enough, I think. Yeah. Should have made it longer, but still.
Really for
The strippers. Oh. If I could put everything in the right place when I'm done. I don't. Not everything. Put everything in the same spot twice. You have the grommets?
Yeah.
Okay. Get these pinned. You know, if anything, we're going to have an exact counting of how many hours it takes to do this crap.
True. No, that's not where I wanted to put that. That's gonna work either.
Put it up above.
Well, I wanted there to be, light that would actually be useful.
Why is it these things never work the way you want them to? Are these parts all for this?
Yes.
Okay, one of them slides in. Okay. No, that's not going to work either because that's where my elbow was going.
I put it on the other side.
Well, that's okay. I got it situated. You know. Who's who in the zoo?
Yes.
I got an A and a B.
Okay. This is Matt.
Yep.
A is A11.
That's
Matt input.
okay. A is A11. That is okay.
This one's not as easy. I have to trace the wire back.
Okay. And the other one obviously is around.
Yep. Correct.
Okay, then it gets this funky little. I remember these things. This is to like slide in and hopscotch left and right, up down. You know, get the Donkey Kong points.
PA start.
Yep, PA start. Yep.
Weird connector.
Yeah, it's a weird connector. I did it a little on the short side. Oh well.
It works.
It works. It's a little on the short side.
It was by design. It holds the wires off the intake. See, I understand.
Yeah, you meant to do that. Little long cut.
I meant to do that. Little shortcut.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of annoying. It's upside down, huh? Oh, the U is upside down. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. We don't even have monetization on.
Well, I'll turn it back on. I'll turn it on later. You can't. I don't think you can turn it on until it processes it, because it has to make sure that you're not excessively swearing. So, pretty much we're kind of screwed there. I can't help but cuss out Holly. I mean, it's like, this is like really very frustrating stuff. This is annoying the crap out of me, this thing about the map sensor. I'm very irritated about
that. It definitely could have been better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the map sensor. I mean, that is annoying.
It's just one thing, though, that's like that. I think they gave me an old harness. I think they gave me an old harness that's been sitting for a long time. Yep. It doesn't. It has the old CAN connector on it. It has the old map sensor connection. Oh, hey, it's more weather packed.
Aha. Maybe we'll find the right stuff.
We might. I think I have 3. I think I have a 3-pack weather pack. If so, we'll just cut that sucker off of there, and we'll. Or probably never bought 3. I'll never use a 3. Fours.
1s and 2s.
Yeah. I probably never bought 3s. Why would I ever need a 3? Yep. Yep. I don't have them. I don't. I never bought 3s. Why would I buy a 3? I think I bought 4s because I figured it's never hurts to have a spare. I'm gonna have to order it. Have to order a 3-pin. That's freaking annoying. All right, I gotta figure out what's next. CTS. CTS is next. You said that common splits off a bunch of times?
Yeah.
I got oil and CTS, and then only 2 oil, CTS, and fuel, 3 more. I guess we can do the fuel pressure sensor.
Yeah, I mean there's more on here, but we might not need them. Like I know the knock sensor.
That's a 1-wire. I think it's a single wire only.
Okay. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of them. CTS, fuel, and oil.
Yep. Well, let's do fuel next. It's right here. So.
Fuel.
Yeah.
Okay, I go get the connector. The trash can first.
Let me guess. It gets both. Gets positive and negative and the sensor.
It is a 3 wire.
Yep.
Fuel. ABC. It does have 826 though. 826, 827, and no. A18, A26.
A18, A26. Those are that's the positive, negative.
Yeah, and A31.
I gotta find A31.
It's purple.
That does me a lot of good. You're welcome.
Yep.
A31. Where are you? Fuel pressure. A31. Here it is. I'll be dipped. I wonder what Derek Beery's doing today. You don't watch Vice Grip Garage, do you?
Who?
You don't watch Vice Grip Garage, do you?
Nope.
That's Derek's little thing that he does. He'll be standing there and be like, I wonder what Tanya Harding's doing today. Yeah. Or I wonder what Willie Nelson's doing today. And so his name's Derek Beery, so.
Got it. I understood.
I wonder what Derek Beery's doing.
I'm not that slow. Just don't know the people. So we're gonna need to splice on another A20. Oh well, we didn't splice A26 together yet.
No, I'm gonna have to do it again. I have to continue to every time that I go in here. I have to split off those two.
Did we connect the A26s?
No, not to the. I'm making the daisy chain right now.
See.
As I go, eventually we'll splice those into it.
Okay.
Shrink that where it is because there's not enough room.
Use your words, Danny. That's gonna be a fun one for you to. You're gonna have to start saying that one a lot in a while.
What?
Use your words.
Use your words, yeah. Thanks, yeah. We're aware.
It's red and white and a white.
Yep, which doesn't at all match the ones that it's going to connect to. That's fine.
I mean, nothing else is connected to or matched so far.
Right. That's why it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to get this fan down to where I need it. Right here, maybe? I'm tired. I just can't do this stuff like I used to. There was a time when I used to be able to do this stuff all day long.
I'm gonna have to get one of these label makers so I can get some of the heat shrink tubing.
I have one of those zip ties.
So that's useful for so many different things.
It really is. I was going to buy a heat shrink label maker, and I saw that they make the cartridges for the brother printer that I have. I'm like, oh my god, why would I even, you know?
Yeah. I mean, why buy a new tool when you have one that works?
Right. U-turn here. It's not for me.
Block it now with your head. Not really.
Okay, so now I gotta do this frickin' splicing crap again, where I gotta do these two to get it out of here, down to the next thing.
This should be the last time we need a 20.
Then we need oil, and CTS.
CTS is.
Oh yeah, oil only for power. A26 is power, yeah. Do this. What's that? Long enough for that one. Got that.
Lovely purple wire.
How am I gonna? There's just so little room here to do this.
Oh yeah.
Something like this.
That's comments. What people saying?
Oops, lost my wires.
Oh, so look who it is. Just in time for the Derek comment. Audio is fuzzy. Yeah, we know audio is fuzzy.
Yeah, the audio is.
Gary told me yesterday, and I didn't even think about it today.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was kind of too late. He's got a really nice audio setup. He said we could have borrowed. Next time.
It's an expensive Rode mic. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
no, the mic's good. It's just the connect. We need to get a longer cable.
It's got a long cable.
Okay, a long shielded cable. I was gonna bring that other cable that I was talking about yesterday, but I'm using it on my computer, so I didn't bring it.
There you go.
I know. How dare I use my own cable?
Yeah. It should be long enough. Last time I said it should be long enough, though, it wasn't long enough.
Well, you learn from your mistake.
I just checked it. I can't see nothing.
Oh, so you can see everything just fine. I'm glad. That's how double negatives work, folks. You can't see nothing, so you can see everything.
Actually. Come on, heat up. There it goes. It went into,
Standby.
standby, yeah. Paul knows what that's from. I can't see nothing. $700. Do the other one and then we'll do the heat shrink. This sucks having to tie all these freaking commons and power, you know, all these commons together is really very frustrating.
Yeah.
I wish they would have done it in a way that you didn't have to do this. I get it though. I mean, there isn't really a way to pin it that way, so. Oh! Ah! The F-bombs are gonna start flying. Start flying. You know, the big thing is the music's been missing. That's why things are not going good. I firmly believe that.
Understandable. I'll have to get some AirPods. Yep, the patience, grasshopper.
I'm normally a very patient man. Normally. This thing is testing it, though. It is very much testing my patience. I don't feel so young anymore, either. That's even possible.
Think about. Boy.
What? What'd you say?
I said, oh boy.
Oh boy? Alright, I can pin this thing now. You have the pieces and parts for this? Where are the grommets? Oh, shit, hold on. Sorry, I gotta strip it.
I warmed them up for you. They've been in my hand for like 10 minutes now.
You want a gummy bear? They're in my pockets and they're nice and soft. I love that movie so much. Now I can take them. you. So far, this one has crimped the nicest. Bless you.
Back in high school, whenever I needed to be 3 times,
Yeah.
it shortened to 2, and the last couple days it's only been 1.
All right, this has got a 1, 2, and a 3.
Oh, okay.
Help a pal out, will you?
Fuel.
Would you help me out?
It's got a 1, 2, and a 3, not an A, B, and a C.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Are you surprised?
No.
Good.
Which one do you want?
I don't care.
All right.
Give me one.
A.
Yeah. 1.
1 is A18.
Which is what?
That would be the negative.
1 is A18 and the negative. Okay. Just a minute. Okay.
B is positive.
2 is positive.
I imagine those are
I hope that's right.
next to each other.
Yep. And then the one on the bottom, the third by itself.
Yep.
Is that the sensor input?
That is what it seems like.
Oh, shoot. I almost made a mistake. Clearly forgot to crimp the seal.
Fuel pressure.
Just double check that. Yep. Got the P sensor in. All right.
And we do it all over again for oil.
Yeah, don't remind me. I don't.
But that's the last one that we have to do the positive. The rest is all negatives.
Yeah.
That's a positive for you.
Funny. You made it funny. I'm positive about the negative, but I'm a little negative about the positive.
Dale says, well, you guys have been at it for a while now. Yeah, Danny and John started at about 7 this morning. We had to take John back to the airport, and then took a little bit of time for lunch, and yeah, we've been at it the rest of the time.
Pretty much. Was he asking?
I wasn't really an ask. He was making a statement.
Oh, he was making a statement.
And then I quantified his statement.
zip tie.
Zip tie. Whoop. I threw one.
It's okay. I got like 2,000 of them, so we're good.
I don't know where it went. It went into the black hole.
We'll find it. Someday.
I found it. It's sitting on the motor mount.
Someday when we're old and gray.
As soon as you drove it, it'd fly out somewhere.
Yep. I've had that happen with some parts before. I usually drive them and parts fall off. I was driving the blue truck one time when it used to have a piston vacuum pump in it before I put the hydro boost in it. Took a turn.
It had a vacuum pump.
It had a vacuum pump. Yeah, Phoebe was with me. I drove it to the store. Took the corner, heard a noise. I was like, what was that? And all of a sudden, like a quarter mile later, I had no power brakes. Well, that was because the vacuum storage canister ran out.
Yeah.
And the pump was gone. So when we came back from the store, and I had to manhandle it with no power brakes, came back from the store, the vacuum pump was still laying in the middle of the street.
I remember that.
Yep. Good times. Good times. True story.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Who'd you yell at? Didn't they give you a new bracket, or did you have my dad make you a new bracket?
No, I just put some hose clamps on it.
Oh. Well, the bracket. Well, what happened is the bracket broke.
The bracket broke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're done on this side. So I'm like halfway tempted to put a zip tie around this over here.
I mean, you could look at. Is there anything that's?
I don't think so. I mean, I still got to hook up the map, but that's just the
We've
connector.
got points. Points output. Fingers work. You can flip this over. CTS in.
God, this looks horrible without loom on it.
Ignition bypass out. Fuel pump relay. Yeah. Seems like we're done with this side.
My phone has got
Here's
so many notifications.
Here's the A26 that you got to splice in everywhere. Well,
Yeah.
You've already done that. But.
Yeah, I think that since it's only going to happen one more time, right?
For
For
20. You go straight to it. Well, no,
Well, I need to bring it down to it and splice it in down there, and then.
Yeah, these are your two wires that you need to do. Well,
Right.
we still have lots of A18s to go.
Okay, let me zip tie that bundle together over there.
John says he's back finally. What's the status? He's back finally. We got a few sensors. We found they gave us what sensor was it that they gave us the wrong connector for?
Oh, the map sensor.
Yeah.
The map sensor came, I used that sniper map sensor. It goes directly in the intake elbow. It's really small. I bought the adapter harness for it that's supposed to go from MetroPack to WeatherPack connector. And it's not. It's MetroPack to MetroPack. And the connector that's on the harness is WeatherPack. So I'm going to have to... I'm just going to cut off the pigtail converter they gave me and put a 3-pin WeatherPack on it. I just don't have any right now. Other than that, everything's going pretty smoothly. The IAC, TPS, MAP for all intents and purposes, all the injectors, MAT, fuel pressure sensor, those are all terminated so far.
We're just about to start on the oil pressure, and then we'll be done with the positive chaining that we need to do.
Yeah,
But then there's another, like, 3 more sensors that need the negative.
something like that. Really? What 3 more sensors are left?
There's the C something. For the CTS.
Yep. Oil and CTS. Those are the only 2 that are left.
Right. I think there's one that goes to the knock, but you said we only need one of one wire, so that's not going to be needed for that. So I guess it's just fuel and CTS.
Yeah, it's actually getting closer than. It's actually a little bit closer than I thought.
Maybe I remember. Or miscounted. Wouldn't be the first time.
It's getting close though. There's a bunch of stuff that's got to get hooked up underneath the dash. There's a bunch of stuff that's got to get mounted. What we'll do is we'll shorten and we'll label and shorten these eventually.
Yeah. Just have to wait until you get the new featuring.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got injectors done, IEC done, TPS done, MAP done.
Yep.
Mat done. Fuel done. So we've got oil. Do we need to do anything with the can?
No, that's underneath the dash.
Okay, so we've got oil, CTS, and NOx. Those are the last three that need to be done, I think. There's also, it says there's a listing for ignition, but does that go under here?
Yes.
So
We have to do all the ignition.
Oh yeah, we got ignition, WBO2.
Oh yeah, we got to do the O2. Yep. Oh, there's still, yeah, the O2 is quite a few connections, although that's all in one bundle already.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. We just need to cut that to length, and that one will be easy.
And there's one more. Oh, that's the fuel pump relay.
That's already done. Well, just hooking up the fuel pump.
What are the other two? There's three. There's three wires.
That's got to come over. Yeah, it's got to get power. I mean, there's still a whole bunch of stuff that has to happen. I'm trying to get all the sensors done first. Okay, so let's do. What does CTS need to happen now?
You want to do CTS to the oil?
Well, it's next.
Okay. I didn't.
Does the oil needs all three, right?
Oil needs all three. It's the last one that needs all three.
I need to take the gauge out and put the oil pressure sensor in there. I have to do that before. Oh.
You're over Albuquerque right now, John.
What?
He says, "Awesomeness, boys. We're over Albuquerque right now."
Oh, cool. Albuquerque. You still got
It's like halfway.
No. Albuquerque? No. Texas is halfway.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, Albuquerque used to got a long way to go, John boy. I miss him already. Okay. All right. I'm over it. Okay. It's just got to come over here.
There's the CTS.
Yeah, it should be 2-pin.
Yeah, it was just
I
having
gotta
trouble.
I gotta take that oil pressure gauge off of there. What size is that? 7/16. 7/16 there.
No, well, maybe. I don't think
I'm starting like every time I come over. Every time I'm looking at this stuff, I'm grabbing tools and I'm putting them.
on the table.
I got one here.
Okay.
Yep. Like taking everything and moving it as I go. We really don't need the big mechanics tools anymore. Just the.
Yeah, we just need the wiring stuff for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as wires that we have to connect.
We still have to hook up the ignition sources and stuff. I have all that here. I mean, I get the power for the ignition there.
DWM3, is that one we need?
No. It's not.
Must have been one I labeled earlier. On accident.
Mm-hmm. John and his all 16ths. Now I gotta
some 16th.
He said all 16ths or everything 16ths or some 16ths.
I think it was some. It's all short. That's not
One thing about pressure transducers is you definitely do not want to get the thread sealer inside of the transducer. It will read very wrong.
several 16th. Several 16th.
Several 16ths. Thank you for the correction.
You got 2 hours and 45 minutes left.
That's not so horrible. That's like flying to Vegas and back and then back to Vegas. If you think of it that way, it's easy.
Sure.
Because
That's
flying to Vegas is easy.
Yeah, but flying to Vegas and back, and then again, that doesn't seem easy.
Are you a glasses half empty or glasses half full kind of guy, okay?
Listen, I've learned it depends on the initial procedure, the initial condition of the glass.
Oh, here we go. I'm sorry I opened my mouth.
Yeah, so apparently it's half full if the glass starts empty, but it's half empty if the glass starts full. Which, if you think about it, makes perfect sense.
Okay, my brain is now shorted, as if it wasn't before.
So both are correct. I mean, they both always were correct, but all about initial conditions.
There you have it. Let's let the airplane fly over. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
The random things
For the
that,
two of you that are listening.
the random things that stick in my brain. Not, you probably couldn't hear us while that plane was flying over.
Huh?
Not because of that, but probably because the noise suppression probably killed it all.
Oh, do you have that turned on?
Huh?
You have noise suppression turned on?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that? I thought our audio was cutting out because of that.
It was only during when you're using the ratchet, an electric ratchet. Oh.
I need to move the light. I can't see diddly squat nothing. Our camera moved. I don't know if the camera's still good. It moved. We should angle that better. That's crap. Is that better?
You tell me.
Ooh, that is worse. That's worse, huh? I can't see nothing.
Audio seems fine. I mean, the crackling's still there, but because of the noise suppression. If I turned off the noise suppression, the audio would be much more annoying.
Now I can see. I'm cracking up, man. I'm starting to crack up. It's getting time. What time is it? It's almost 6. It's almost time to watch OP live, man. OP live? You don't watch OP live?
Nope. I don't know what that is.
You guys don't watch OP live? Oh man. Oh. You guys.
Blame Danny Dale. He wanted to move the camera.
Oh, is it not good now?
No, he said getting dizzy.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I need the 5-volt reference and I need both of those. I gotta swing them this way. They need to come down to here.
These two.
5-volt and the common. Okay. Fortunately, I have to like thread these backwards. I guess I could just fold them back the other direction to save the trouble. This is a mess in here. I like doing that a little bit better. Gonna be brave. I'm putting a zip tie on this whole thing. That's my way of assuming that I don't need to touch this again over here.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's not, I mean, you know, it's not like I can't snip it off. But it's my way of showing some confidence. How about that?
John says, post pics later of the connections.
I didn't take any. Oh, he wants like close-ups of it made. John, you want pictures of it made up?
Wait like 30 seconds, you know, plus the internet delay on the airplane.
What am I looking at here? Oh, these are what I just threw over here. Yeah, it's got to go like all around the country, up to a satellite, back down to his airplane.
He says yes.
He says yes. Okay. I'm so close, and I'm like so out of steam.
Three more.
Yeah, I know, 2.
Well, do the knock. It's just one wire. Just one wire. Just one more.
Doc, come in, Doc. Oh, Marty. I just can't be I just sent you back to the future. Back from the future. I told you I'm cracking up, dude. The good news is the throttle is floored right now. And it should clear all this wiring once I tuck it in down here.
Nice.
So that's good. All right, so the coolant temperature sensor needs only ground. Right?
Yes. The only thing that needs the positive at this point is oil.
Okay, so that's good because the positive I can just bring down to here and I'll just splice this 5-volt into it right here.
One thing you did miss, John, I think, is all the complaints that we made about the schematic being wrong in a couple of spots.
Yeah.
Having a couple extra lines, there was dots missing.
Oh, dude, John, you should have seen it. There's like wires that are connected twice to the same line. I mean, it's
not like they're far apart connected. They're literally right next to each other.
This schematic is like a train wreck. The longer you look at it, the worse it gets.
and then it's got there's the pinouts for the cable, the connectors, and on the ones that are off to the right of the page, it lists. So it's like pin A is A 29, pin B, whatever. But then if you go up to the top where the other connectors are, it just says A with lines. So you gotta go follow the line to figure out where each wire goes. It's like, why couldn't it be helpful on both sides of the page?
Yeah. Precisely.
You didn't need that, right?
Oh, no, I know where it went, too. Oh, good, I got it. Stuff goes in between that steering box, and it's a bear. Okay.
No, it says, that's not good. I hope it works with it being drawn poorly.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not, yeah, I think it's close
not
enough.
unreadable. It's just more difficult than it needs to be.
Right.
We talked about that earlier.
Did we? I don't even remember at this point.
I know you guys talked about the schematic, or at least the printout of the schematic being wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't look to see if all these other errors were in the online version, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
A lot of them were.
I know that the connector one where it's just not telling you what wires are, or at least
Yes. Give me the solder. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, cluster. Oh.
What are you working on?
Oil.
Oil.
Smoking.
No. I mean, it is.
I'm gonna get this little guy in there.
Oh, little guy. Little guy. They're coming for us, Daniel.
They're looking for you.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Keep going. I love my Harbor Freight heat gun. It will let me down someday, but hopefully not today. $7.99, and you can't beat it. You can buy 10 of them, and it'll last a lifetime. Okay, I got the positive hooked up for the oil pressure sensor. Now I need to do. Oh, I don't. Where's the oil pressure sensor wire? That's not over here yet?
No, it is. It's, I think it's there. I think it's that.
This one?
The white one that's hanging down? No. It was over here.
Oh, this is the sensor ground. Okay, I need that. Yep. Which needs to go to this.
Sure I saw it over
Really? Really? You tripped it. All right. It's not there. Maybe you're right.
saw
It's got to be over there somewhere. Tapping out. I'm not going to last much longer, I'm hurting.
I think it's right here.
Okay, cool.
Do you will say oil pressure.
Cool.
Oh, it's kind of short. It's like
That's
gray
fine.
one.
That's as long as it needs to be. I cut it short on purpose, I think. That's probably why we couldn't find it.
What do we got here? What does it say here? Say Beetlejuice 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times charm.
This one needs 4. Have to do 4 because the CTS needs 1 too. So here to there. Make this long. And you need another one about that long. The ground ones are the pain because you just need so many of them.
Yeah. I think there's 7 connections when I counted them.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
There's 6 or 7. One of the two. I might have miscounted.
We were looking at that this morning, and John realized that, and he went, "Oh no, like they're not connected." Crap, you're kidding me.
I mean, it saves them on wire. Just makes it more of a pain in the butt for the customer.
Yeah. Water this ditch it. The other thing we need is the CTS wire too.
Yeah.
You maybe like just kind of hold that right there.
Shoot, forgot the heat shrink.
No.
Holding on to the end of the wire.
Question is, which is more appropriate here? I think I got to go this size.
I'm just adding more drama.
That's what you do.
Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not.
Boy, that 3-to-1 stuff is really nice.
Yeah, I would never buy 2-to-1 ever
Yeah.
again. 3-to-1 is the only way to go.
It really works well. Okay. So that goes up to the CTS. This goes. So I got my 3 wires for my oil pressure now.
CTS wire.
You do?
Yeah.
You can get it over. Well, you know what? I'll take it in a second. I'm thinking about it because I gotta. Let me just get these done.
Crimp it up.
Crimp it up. Do, 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 do. Crimp it up. Do, 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 do. Crimp it up.
And he's getting delirious.
I am. Told you, it's I'm cracking up. I'm gonna have nightmares about this tonight. I guarantee it. Wow, there's a whole bunch of them. I must be like, they must be snagging on my clothes every time I lean over because there's just a whole bunch of zip ties on the floor. I'm like smooth. I'm like hitting it, and it's just falling right over.
Most likely.
Most likely. Okay. We are ready to make the oil pressure sensor connection. Cut these off. Kind of cool that I'm going to have oil pressure sensor and fuel pressure sensor on the display. That's going to be really nice to have. That is a big pitfall of the snipers. It didn't show you fuel pressure and it doesn't show you oil pressure. All right, I need the
Right here.
connector.
Oh no, you need the boots.
Yeah, I need the boots. The boots. Bootsy. I need the bootsy. Seals, glands, something.
Put a couple pieces of rubber on some wire and it makes it water resistant.
Pretty much.
I won't say waterproof because it's not, but
Nope.
but with the amount of water you normally get in the area, it's fine.
I concur, Doctor. Doctor? Doctor.
At least the cameras continued to work and didn't freak out this time.
Yeah, that was weird, yes, because I had tested this whole thing to make sure that this was not going to be a problem. I tested it multiple times.
Yeah, I think it was just the length.
Could be. Yeah, I hadn't tested it with the cables, that's true.
Well, I meant length of time.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, sure.
I mean, the length of cables probably didn't help.
Probably not.
It says too many hours in the saddle today, and then he said, someday you will look back on this ordeal and say it was a piece of cake. I don't think so.
Who said that?
Dale.
He's kind of right in some respects. So I've found that it's funny that you mentioned that, Dale, because I've said that before. Like, I remember the first time I built an engine, it was a nightmare, and I think back on it now, and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't. I hardly remember it now. Yeah.
I'm gonna remember this as being pain.
Yeah, a pain, but totally doable.
Oh, I mean,
there hasn't been anything where it's like, oh my god, you know.
I wouldn't call it a piece of cake.
Right.
But it wasn't. It's not like it's completely complicated beyond our ability.
Right. Yep. All right, Dan. I'm gonna hook up this. I got 1, 2, and 3 again.
Oh. Schematic. So it's the same as the oil.
Right. There's the fuel. You mean?
That's what I meant. I mean, the oil is the same as the oil.
So number 1 is 5 volt.
Number 1. Number 1 is negative. Ground.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Number 1 is negative ground. Okay.
Correct.
Got it. Number 2 is positive.
Number 2 is positive.
Right. And then number 3 is obviously the sensor.
Okay. Number 3 is sensor. It's just a bit aggravating. Honestly, the work's not the part that's the aggravating part. It's the lack of cooperation on Holly's side of getting this ready to be thrown in. And, I mean, I guess, we've said this before, like, part of that's just because this is an unterminated harness. If you just bought a pre-terminated harness, you wouldn't have this problem. You'd just be plugging stuff in and you'd be done.
Right. Oh, it would have been done this morning in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so.
This is the right way to do it because it will be the most custom tailored.
Yeah, I mean, if you bought a pre-done harness, it wouldn't match this car.
Yeah, there's nothing even remotely close. I mean, that was my original plan.
Oh,
My
a little bit of an adapter kit. We're going down one piece at a time again.
So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help of an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song.
Oh, I did again.
Gonna drive around in style, gonna drive everybody wild. 'Cause I have the only one there is around. I'm cracking up. All right, CTS, which I need a wire for that.
I agree. Holly could definitely simplified it by labeling the wires.
Yeah.
Would have made our lives. I mean, it would have saved us like 5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to trace every single wire out manually.
Yep.
If they'd have just labeled it, we could have just, it would have taken, instead of 5 hours, it would have taken us like 30 minutes to find the wires we need, kind of deal with the ones we don't. And
CTS.
Right here.
Oh.
Yep.
Damn it. I know what's going to be a problem there. I made a mistake. I have to clip that zip tie.
Well, no, never mind.
Just clip it. See? That's what I get for putting that on there. Where is it? Show yourself.
You need points?
That goes on the other side. Yes.
This side and ignition bypass?
No. I don't know what I don't even know what that is.
No, we've talked about that a couple times. Keep forgetting.
You're not gonna have that stuck in my head. Left Kentucky back in '49 with Detroit working on an assembly line. First year they had me putting wheels on Cadillac.
Oh, it's just part of the ignition cluster.
Okay, yeah, we don't need that. Okay, I got that squared away. I need to heat shrink a couple things. Build it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. I'll have the old there is a round.
Look nice.
Fried my fingers. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. This here. Here we need to zip tie that in there. I'm starting to feel like it's closer than it is far as far as being done.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. You know, we got to do the O2 sensor.
Yeah.
All the stuff under the dash, some fuel pump wiring. I mean, it's not done. Fuel pump, I can just pull a wire out of the harness and intercept it right here, quite frankly. It used to have to go over there because that's where the wire was, but it's not there anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I have no spatial awareness left today. It's over for me. Over, man. Okay. Float. She's a 2-boot unit. Let's see.
Crimson. I need the schematic again, don't I?
Yeah, I actually think it doesn't matter, but we'll do it the way it says.
So A is the sensor.
A is the sensor.
That's what it says.
A is the sensor.
Oops.
What?
Um,
What?
this is the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes over here.
Yeah, it's on that side.
Never mind. No oops.
Yeah, I think everything except for ignition is done over here. And I really don't, I don't fully understand, because even less used from this harness is the Hyperspark distributor with this harness. I have no idea how that hooks up. I don't even know if I have a wiring diagram for it. I might have to figure it out. The system can do it, and it will accept it as far as being programmed for it, but I don't know anything else other than that.
Yeah, it says, can't imagine what some random shop would charge you to do this whole job.
I can't. That's two of us, brother.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'm pretty certain of that.
The amount of time and effort we put into this would probably be a $10,000 job.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I've still got to fix the throttle linkage. That's jacked up.
I mean, just, thinking about it, right? Like, Danny and John started at like 7, so it's almost 6:30 now. It's 6:20, right? So in 40 minutes, it'll have been 12 hours that we started. Obviously, you got to take off 2-ish hours to the airport travel and lunch that we took. So we've been working on this, just the wiring, for 10 hours today.
That sounds pretty accurate to me.
And, this is just some of the wiring. It's most of the wiring that's in the engine bay. Like,
I'd charge big bucks to do this if I was asked. I'd be charging some serious dollars for this.
all the electrical engineering that's being done, trying to figure out where things go, and creating our own negative chain lines. I don't know, the word's not coming to me.
Yeah, the common and the buses.
Yeah.
I mean,
the buses, yeah.
It's quite a bit of work. I mean, it's not. This isn't for the simple-minded person. It's pretty. To do it right, it takes a lot of detail. Okay.
We got the crank sensor to do, the cam sensor, the O2 sensor.
Yeah, cranking cam comes over to the distributor, and I don't know how that works yet. I got to figure that out. I'm probably not going to figure that out tonight because I'm starting to run out of it. But there's only 3 wires, thankfully, that have to get hooked up to the distributor, and then the points out can go.
Yep, and then would it get done to your standard? Probably not.
That's the problem with the shop. Unless you're paying top dollar for a top shop, they're going to get it done as quick as possible to maximize the profit. That's my opinion.
I mean, if we took this to the shop, they're just gonna Like, if we didn't bring the parts, they would have just bought a terminated harness.
Well, first of all, you can't even find a shop to do this kind of work.
Well, I mean, that's true.
That's hard to do. There are shops that do this kind of work, but there's not a lot of them. You know, there's...
Well, it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, they're not going to work on this for 10 hours straight. They're going to work on this for, like, an hour a day.
Right.
Because it's so much work, so they can get other stuff done in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
So that what this is, you know, going to be a day or two, well, okay, like 3 days worth of work for us, probably-ish.
Well, to do all the swap.
It'd probably take them a month.
Yeah, for them to get to it and to do it and everything, yeah. I mean, you couldn't really have a shop to do this anyways. There's no freaking way. Gonna get used. There's a bunch of these aren't gonna get used.
I think all of those aren't gonna get used.
We're probably gonna just terminate them here off to the side where they don't pick up any interference or anything, and they can always be extended again in the future. Okay, we have the wideband O2 sensor here. That's gonna be pretty easy for us to do. We got the 2 injector ones that we're not gonna use. That can go into this bunch. Pretty much this whole thing right here is not getting used.
That whole thing.
This is the wideband O2 sensor. You know what I was going to do is I was going to hook up a fuel pump over there. Those, honestly, I can see all that hardware. We're certain this is the wideband O2, I think.
Based on what it said,
It must be. It's got to be.
it's the only one that's got that many wires.
Right.
Did you want to do that one now?
I can do the fuel pump real quick.
I thought we were gonna do like the knock. It's just that one wire.
Yeah.
I mean, or we can, you know, it's just one wire. It's not like it's hard to do.
Yeah, it's one of those things I don't need immediately. I was debating using it or not. I put the sensor in the block, but
I don't even know what it's for.
it detects ping.
Ah,
Detects preignition. So if the piston knocks, it detects that frequency and it backs the timing off.
gotcha.
But it has to be programmed and tested and stuff. It's not even, you plug it in, but I have it disabled in the software right now. I don't have it turned on. God, this looks like trash without loom all over it. Looks like a freaking wire nightmare.
Let's see. All right, fuel pump.
Yeah, I gotta find the wire. It is.
There it should be.
Feels weird putting a 14 gauge to a 12 gauge wire, but whatever. Ollie has pre-selected my destiny. So. Oh, the ground for that is still hooked up somewhere. I don't remember where that goes.
Remember that being part of this?
What? You don't remember what being part of what?
Fuel pump ground.
It's not. It's I brought the ground for the fuel pump up to the front here when I did it originally.
Well, if you don't get any fuel pressure, you'll know why.
You don't hear it run, you'll know why.
That was funny. Yesterday, I was feeling fine. I know you guys were tired, but you guys did more than me. More physical. Anyway. And I got home, sat down on the couch, and like 30 minutes after I sat down on the couch, I was like, I'm done. I'm so done.
I'm getting to be where I'm done. Gonna work on that. Tight, isn't it? There we go.
Did you? Oh, I think you used it. Never mind.
Maybe a little bit small. Tell you what, nothing worse than putting this stuff together and forgetting to put the E-shrink tube on it. That's one of those. That's one of those ones you're just like. Try to work slower.
Heat it up.
Yep.
You can hold it.
No. This one's nice and stout. Not going anywhere. Heat it up. Heat it up. The soldering iron is so awesome. It's hot instantaneously.
Yeah, modern soldering irons are like that. They get hot real fast.
Yeah. Especially this one. I mean, I had a newer weller that was a cheaper one before this. And it didn't heat up near as fast.
Not only do they heat up fast, though, they also hold temperature really well.
Yeah.
Good air conditioning.
Never. Definitely is not gonna happen.
Fuel pump. Check.
Bring a dinner, and I was like, I think I'm gonna call it. Probably not. I'm gonna call it quits. I'm not hungry yet. I don't know about you.
Starting to get hungry soon.
just think I'm going to call it here pretty soon.
Yeah, I think it's fair. We're at a good stopping point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Dale's saying we should probably try to find a stopping point anyway, because, you know, yawning is the first sign of empty mind. Something like that. I forget exactly what he said.
Dale's probably the only one left watching.
Empty tank, that's what he meant.
Uh-huh.
That's what he said.
Yep.
As I walked over here, I remembered.
I think we're going to call it here. I'm going to put that wideband O2 thing right there. That should be good enough.
I'm gonna put the loop back in the
Okay.
rest of them. John said, "Keep working, slackers."
Whatever, mister. He's the one that gave out first last night. He gave out first last night. I'll stand by that.
Dale says, "Hell, I'm tired just watching you guys."
Yep. I hear you, buddy. I'm tired for you watching us. What do you think? Terminate the wideband O2 and then be done? Or
You tell me. You're the one that's doing the work. I'm just holding you, handing you stuff.
it's right here. It's in our teeth. It's probably one of the easier things to hook up, to be quite honest.
Back out. Six wires. No, 8 wires. John says, "Over Oklahoma City now. Hour and 50 minutes left."
What? What?
Did you want to do that one?
Yeah, I think I can do this one real quick.
Okay.
We'll do this and then...
I can keep going, but I didn't get started anywhere near you guys.
Beat.
I think my alarm didn't go off until 8. So we're already out here at 7. So
It's the only quality cable that Holly used in the whole damn job.
actually, I didn't get out of bed till 8:30. So
I need to properly dress this cable. This is where John would have been very helpful, is doing this part.
yeah, John.
But he's a quitter and he went home.
You don't have one of those strippers like I have?
We're old school around here.
Yeah, I can't do that. I just nick the wires underneath it.
You just score it.
Yeah, nope. You say that.
You score it and you break it.
I had to put a new end on the power cable of my microwave at my old place because the people who installed it pinched it. So if the cable bent, my microwave would lose power. That was fun. But I was trying to get the outer sheath off of that cable, and I ended up cutting like a good extra 6 inches off that cable because I kept trying to cut the sheath off and nicking the wires inside. Took me like 6 tries.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
And also, that's when I learned that microwaves aren't really user serviceable.
Yep. They're not.
I mean, for good reason.
All right. So the question is, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wires here. Does that match anything on that schematic?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The sensor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Common something? I see 8 here.
A wideband O2 connector, there's 8.
What's the H?
See? One of these need to come.
A14, yeah. Oh no.
And A16. 7. A17. A33.
It says 1 is the shield drain, isn't it?
It doesn't have a shield in it. And it's only got 7 wires. What did I leave off? A33, A25. A8. It does say it has a shield, but it's terminated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 8 wires. It says there's 8 wires.
I mean, the cable itself only has 7.
The cable's only got 7 wires in it, so maybe they left the shield out.
Yeah, maybe they didn't include the shield.
They didn't include the shield, John. That's what it is. There's no shield. I bet that's what it is. I don't know how I feel about that, but there's no shield. I'm guessing. Now, let's see. So the shield is just called shield. So yeah, there is no shield here. And the wideband O2 only has 7 wires on it, so that makes sense. Yep. Okay, so we can just go by the colors, I guess.
It says that's dumb. Agreed.
That we've said that about 10,000 times today.
What else is new?
Okay, I'm gonna put some heat shrink on the end of this and dress it out real
I guess
nice.
now if you look up Holly in the dictionary, you're just gonna see that's dumb.
Pretty much. I need bigger heat shrink than this. We may have to blast. think enough. I don't think it is. Maybe it will. If it doesn't, I'll pull it off. Getting close.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're gonna have to seriously help me with this because there's colors here, and that's it. We don't have pins. We don't have anything. We're gonna have to go by color alone. After I get them pinned and sealed.
Okay, you can do that.
Light. Wait, this lets on this stupid thing. Strip all those. They're all the same type of pin and everything, right? Here's the.
Yeah, I don't see why they would be different. They all look the same to me. Be weird if one connector had a couple pins that were different.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it, but just making sure. It does have different size wires in it though. Ending
Interesting.
all the seals. So they gave me extra. Oh yeah,
They gave you enough stuff for 8.
After this, I think you probably won't see me for a little bit, so.
To make sense. Stop traveling.
These are more like a weather pack. Well, that one's 18. This does 20 to 18, so that's good. Middle is 20 to 18.
This
This one.
on the wire, one of the little crimp tabs.
Oh, that's good enough. It got it good enough.
Okay.
Seven. Slacking. I got a lot to do tonight. I'm probably not going to work on this tomorrow. One more. And then I got to figure out where they pin to.
Yep.
Okay. Doubt that it matches those.
Really?
I wouldn't guess. I mean, I definitely look.
Doubt that it matches.
We should look at the schematic. You're gonna have to tell me because I don't know the wire colors. I don't.
Oh, we're gonna read it off the.
Yeah, use the wire colors off the schematic.
Okay. Hopefully those match up. I can do that. Let's see.
I'll pick the shell. They are all labeled, which is nice. So what's A?
A is 34, which is orange.
It's this one right here.
Yep.
A is A34 is orange. Okay. B.
Yellow.
This is yellow.
Yep.
Okay. C. Charlie.
Brown.
Either that one or that one.
I mean, this one's darker. That one's more brown. Let me look. Let's skip that one.
Okay.
Go to D.
Okay.
Tan. Okay, so
This tan.
I would call that one tan.
Okay.
So that means the other one's the brown one.
This one's D.
Yeah.
What did you think that looked like? This one?
That's brown, yeah.
This one's brown. That's C.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
We got a black, a red, and a white left.
Yep.
So.
It's interesting. It doesn't match.
Definitely does not. I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yep.
E.
Edward, yes. E.
E. Black.
Okay. F.
White.
And I'm guessing G is red.
Yep.
Let's line up with this. It does. O2 sensor is hooked up. What? Okay.
Hopefully those are right.
Hope so. They are well for me. Very annoying if it's not. I think that goes to the points. This is the points output. Okay, I'm done. I think that's a wrap, folks, for the two of you that are still, literally the two of you that are still watching the extremely boring wiring setup. That'll do it for tonight. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Forgot to put the wire separator in here.
Oh, yeah. There's 5 people watching right now.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Famous. Internet sensation. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's mo better.
Much more better.
Much mo better.
Bill says, well done, guys.
Thanks, Dale. Okay. We're going to call that quits for the night. I don't know if I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. I might take a day off because I kind of need a day off. Because Monday's going to suck. So.
Well, let me know when next.
Yeah, I'll let you know the next time.
Next weekend is going to be rough for me. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll probably try and, I'm going to work on it at some point between now and then. And maybe next weekend. I don't. Sure.
No, it's a great job, boys. You should feel proud.
John, thanks for coming out, man. You really. We'd still be putting the motor in, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
We'd probably be. We wouldn't be as far along, that's for sure.
This one person named Jane says, "Love you." I don't know who that is.
All right, I'm beat.
Just kidding. I know who. I know.
I'm gonna go watch OP live with my wife.
All right, everyone, we're gonna stop the stream.
We're gonna kill it.
Thanks for watching.
We'll pick it back up. If I start kind of dedicating some time to it, I'll turn it back on. So we'll catch you guys next time.